millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 58 right there. Come on. Shift.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Everyone's got good job right there. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Double dog. That's the way. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. His first carry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And some room to work. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is Cook with a grab. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No pass, no pass. No pass, no pass.
Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that
ball. Give to Cook out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Check nickel. I'll go special. I'll go
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Lady. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'll go special. I'll go special. Good touch.
They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. And now he's good. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a give, right side. Hines. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 15. But it's third.
These two teams all tied after one. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Check. Runner 2. Crouch. 637.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, that's Campbell. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
185. 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's into the clear. The 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Colts 21, Jaguars 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping. One left. 58, right over there. Yeah.
They go play action now. Wilson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Check 15.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
12.
From the gun, Wilson. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check 26, check 26. Check 99, check 99.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Throwing again, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, You just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Alert 3. He's coming. Low, low, low. He's coming. Double up. Check 13. Check 13. Slam, slam.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 185.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. Ebron caught left side. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Down. Flare. Kill. Hey, Haywood. 50. I got it. 50's the mark.
Now Carr again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
To throw again. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Green 80. 14. 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Okay? Spell.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 31. Check 31. 19. 22.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's good for 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch 14, find it. Hey, easy. Touch. 58 is a mic. Go, 14. Too little, touch.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Completes it to Lee. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Wilson. The open man is Westbrook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Hines. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check. 29. Recon, 132 fighter. 5 down. Check 49. 5.
Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Carr now to throw. Campbell making the catch. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Watch out.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. Schwab There he goes right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super tough.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 37.
From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. And he comes back with one complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Watch the slat. Watch the slat. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Good job right there. Good job right there. Yeah, 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got room. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Throwing is Wilson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They go read option with Wilson. And an alley to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the home team here, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.